Very much. I just want to start off by congratulating the new member on her maiden speech. It's certainly not easy to rise after that, but I'll do my best. So I want to rise today to oppose the motion for three simple reasons. Firstly, in setting the voting age at 18, the UK is very much in line with international practice. If you look at the situation across the democratic world, the average voting age is 18.03. While there are 16-year-olds in the workplace, the vast majority are still in education or vocational training until 18, and it is important to remember that when it comes to issues such as signing a legally binding contract, one cannot do so until you are 18. Let's remember you need to be 18 to buy alcohol, 18 to buy cigarettes, and 18 to buy a knife. But the proposers of this motion want a 16-year-old to be able to vote. Secondly, it would be remiss of me not to note the irony of this motion's origin. Sinn Fein are in no position to be lecturing anyone on democracy. On their benches, albeit from time to time, sits the Old Bailey bomber, Gerry Kelly. Let us not forget today that bombing resulted in Frederick Milton dying from a heart attack and 150 plus being injured. Let's ask ourselves why that attack was carried out. Because on the same day there was a border poll held in Northern Ireland, and Mr Kelly knew he wouldn't like the outcome of that result. On that same day, a young soldier, 21-year-old John Green, was shot by the IRA while guarding St Joseph's School on the Lower Falls. Why was he guarding a school? Because it was being used as a polling station, and yet Sinn Fein in this motion want to lecture us on democracy. But that's not the only points about this motion which I find ironic, and brings me to my final point. Those who will trip through the lobbies in support of it in a few moments' time are also those most passionate advocates of the protocol. An arrangement which means that when it comes to some 300 areas of law, note that I said 300 areas of law and not 300 laws, no one in Northern Ireland, regardless of their age, has any vote on them. That is a democratic obscenity, and yet those who champion votes for 16-year-olds the loudest are silent when it comes to being ruled by people no one in Northern Ireland voted for. We're just over a month away from the largest disenfranchisement operation of modern times and the facilitating of the first majoritarian vote instalment in over 50 years. It will also be the most controversial majoritarian vote in Northern Ireland's 103-year history. A vote to disenfranchise 1.9 million people in 300 areas of law. A vote resigning to the idea that the laws made...
the voting on 16-year-olds, Mr Gasson, please.
Yes, Mr Speaker, if you give me time, we're just getting back to that. A vote resigning to the idea that the laws made in those areas will be made for us by the Republic of Ireland and 26 other states, and not the UK or Northern Ireland's MLAs who sit in this House. A vote that unbundles the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland's single market for goods in favour of an all-Ireland single market for goods. A vote that violates the cross-community consent and democratic provisions of the Belfast Agreement as international law, treating the people of Northern Ireland with complete contempt. Don't argue that the protocol is just and then lecture us on votes for 16. It just doesn't wash. The real democratic deficit in this part of the UK is the failure to honour the biggest democratic mandate in British history, the mandate to leave the EU.